Yeah.
I want to show you my mistakes. I want to show you my failures, my successes, because it helps you navigate based on your direct access, someone that you already know, and their experiences. So then that leads me to the next question, right?
Yeah.
Like, one thing that we both discussing on and off camera is creating content, obviously, right? For me, is I'm getting to a point now where I want to create content just with a legacy aspect. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really care about all the YouTube views, even though I do check them pretty often, but I just want to make sure that, people that I send it to are seeing the content, because I want to leave that message behind. Like, whether it's my vacation videos or the content I create for my company, like, I want it to be like, yo, like, my uncle did this, my father did this, because I'm gonna have a child soon. Like,
My grandfather, like, you're great. This is the great thing about social media and technology. Like, I don't know, my grandfather on my dad's side, my grandmother on my mom's side died before I was born. I never met them.
Same.
If that happens to us, God forbid, our whole lineage is gonna be able to look back at the ones that started it all, kind of thing.
Yeah, I want my YouTube page to be popping.
Yeah, and you're gonna see it, like everything's gonna be captured. They're gonna know you, and they're gonna have similarities to you. They're gonna be like, wow, I do that. I get it from great grandpa Jose. Right. You know what I mean?
They're gonna see it. They're gonna be like, yo, it's catalog.
It's awesome, yeah.
And so, what are your goals for video? Like, what content do you see yourself putting out next? Specifically, Bearded Banker.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to keep doing what we were talking about off camera. I definitely want to keep doing the videos on the home buying process. That's what I do. That's where my knowledge lies. That's, what I do every day. I want to tie in personal finance more than just buying a house, just in general, but also, like you said, document my own process. Like one of the last videos I put up was talking about how me and Laura bought the house, sold the house because it made sense at that time.
Right.
For us, where most people would be like, you're crazy for selling a two-family house in East Rutherford. And if I could have held it, I would have. But for my family at that time, it made more sense to sell it. And that's just, and I think people be like, oh, okay, just like, well, if he can do that, or if it's not always, everything depends. There's no one right answer for everyone.
Right.
You have to live your truth. Like, I'm okay with not having as much money in the bank because I like clothes or suits. I'm okay with that. Right. I could probably save more and have more properties, but I want to live life on my terms. And if I like a nice suit or whatever it is, I want to, in that process of getting to the millions, I want to do it my way, you know? So like, if your hobby is your motorcycle and that's what you like to do and ride, go for it. You'll still, you can't give up everything to try to get to this goal one day, this end zone, right? You got to do it your way, your style, and documenting all that makes it authentic. Right. And then it resonates with people, because you're not doing it to get the clicks, the views, the followers. You're doing it for your legacy, and people can be like, I want to follow that.
See, for me, that's secondary. Like, and I had this conversation, I've had this conversation at least 2 or 3 times with other people. Is like, where I come from, there's certain knowledge that isn't there or hasn't been passed down, right? Like, I'm gonna create one of the next videos I'm gonna create is like budgeting, and I'm gonna just share my Excel sheet that I have on Google Drive with understanding, how much money you have and where your money should be going and how much money you really are spending and why you don't have money in your pocket. Right. And I want to share that with my nieces and nephews, because I want this to be like, yo, like, I mean, I've heard this many times. My little brother has complained to me often, like, yo, I don't have any cash. I'm like, yo, let's go through the Excel sheet. We go through it, put in all your expenses. You partying, you chilling, I'm gonna put that in there too. But look, now you have $300 a month. You're just spending your money on stuff randomly you don't know about. Right. Just understanding that. And also, me and my wife, we vacation a lot, and which is a beautiful thing. And I feel like I do it the right way. I want to pass that knowledge down. Yeah. I want to showcase the videos of where we go on vacation. I want to give you the script, because I don't want you to think going on vacation is going to cost you tens of thousands of dollars. But you know what? You get with the right partner, the right group of people, you can have amazing experiences. Right.
There's a way to do it.
Yeah, and experiences over money. That's my thing all the time. It's like, I've been broke as hell before, but you know what? The stories I can tell are amazing. I've done dumbass stuff, and I want to share those things too. Yeah. I want to show you my mistakes. I want to show you my failures, my successes, because it helps you navigate based on your direct access, someone that you already know, and their experiences. Right? I have 11 nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
That's a long trail behind me. I got 6 siblings, older and younger than me, total. That's a lot of people that have certain knowledge that they should also pass down, but it's not knowledge that I can pass off to them that could possibly help them no matter what phase in their life they're in.
Right.
And that's important. I mean, we have it. Might as well put it out there and let's.
And the way you do it. So here's the other thing: is like as long as you have all the basics set up, right? You're saving money, you're investing money, 401k, IRA, life insurance. You have the house, your mortgage is paid. You're good. Like you don't have to. I think people get too caught up in every dollar. Like get to the point where you have all your stuff set up and then live. Like you'll be taken care. If you do it right, you'll be good when you're done.
If your budget's done right.
Yeah, and you'll have money in your pocket. You're talking about your family member having some cash in your pocket. You'll have it. Set everything else up. It'll give you peace of mind, and it'll let you know that it's okay to spend money. That's what money's for. You can't just save it all. You got to put the systems in place where you're taking care. You're paying yourself first, right? With investing and retirement and savings, but then that there's enough left over, and the budget just helps give you peace of mind, which is another thing that I'm doing with the nonprofit with Max Philanthropies, with Danny and all the Dannys, my boys.
All 5 of you guys.
Yeah, my pillar, right? There's different pillars in our initiative is the financial health aspect, because I think it has a lot to do, especially in our communities with middle to lower class and minorities, with stress and physical ailments. It has a lot to do with money. And if you can get that taken care of and you feel like the weight has been lifted, getting out of debt, just setting it up where you're planning for the future, you'll be less stressed.
100%.
You'll feel like going to work out. You'll be healthier overall. So it's a lot more than just Excel spreadsheet. And there's people that don't want to see it. It's like guys that don't go to the doctor because they don't want to get the bad news. They don't want to put down their budget because they know it's bad.
Right.
You got to bite that bullet.
Right, but the thing is, by us putting it on content in video and available for them to see and say, hey, listen, it's okay to talk about it. Do it on your own, but like here's the tools you can utilize. It's just providing help.
Right.
Like I don't care if I get 100 views, or 100 people probably saw it and say 2 of them say, hey, you know what? Thanks.
Yeah.
I like it.
And the way you do it with Insight, whether you use points or Airbnbs or I do use credit cards. Here's how I use it. And people are like, wow, he's not just making a boatload of money and but no. We're figuring it out as we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's ways to go about it.
The amount of tools that are available now for this generation to manage your finances, to like take advantage of points, credit cards, all this stuff, like. It's there, but they have no clue.
And it's discipline. See, that's the difference.
That's one thing I appreciate.
People get carried away with points and using credit, and there's a certain discipline you need to be able to do that.
Right.
100%. So like I think that's the biggest in anything is discipline. Discipline to make your videos every week. Discipline to go to the gym in the morning. Discipline to use your credit card responsibly to get the points for whatever vacation. Me and Laura, and I'm super conservative with using credit cards because I've been carried away before. When I was in college and you get these credit cards and you start using them, you get into debt, right? So I'm very like PTSD.
That's what happened to me
with
because
credit cards.
That's why I learned about bank transfers. And I was like, yo, like I'm a limit the bleeding,
right? Because
I force myself to understand bank transfers. I understand, hey, I'd rather pay 3% on X amount of dollars, transferred over and have 0% APR for 18 months and not lose out that $80, $90, $100 a month on your interest fees. Like, but these kids don't know that.
Yeah, there's ways to
I
go
know
about
adults that don't have an understanding of that.
Oh, yeah.
And they have like, 20, 30, 40 grand in credit just sitting there doing nothing. It's like, use it to your advantage.
Yeah. And there's ways to do it. There's 100%. Ways to do it. And your videos showing how you can travel or even, whatever the thing is, but showing how you can do it smarter using the least amount of money and getting the most amount of experience.
Right. And that's important. Like, but think about it. How much knowledge do we have that is going to die with us if we don't pass it off? Mm-hmm. You can tell one person, but I'd rather tell 100.
Yeah.
And a video that might be on an iPhone that's kind of crappy.
Right.
Well, you know what? At least the message is out there. Mm-hmm. That's important, man. We have to pass along the knowledge in whatever facet that we can. So what's the next video for you?
I don't know. I got a lot of ideas now. We've been, talking a lot, and that's the thing. There's no shortage of topics. Like, it's tough because I'm a private person. By nature, I'm private. I have a wall. I don't let people in. Like, I got to get to know you, and then I'm like, all right, you're cool. Like, we can.
Because there's the bearded banker, and then there's the man behind.
No, there's actually me. Danny as a person is very private. Like, I'm not, I'm not gonna meet someone and tell them my whole life story. And if they do that to me, I think it's kind of weird, you know, but I'll take it. I'm a people person. I'm a people pleaser. Like I'm not confrontational. I'm not trying to like challenge your beliefs unless I know you and we're close. Yeah. Then you're going to get the real Danny.
Those won't be on video. Those are private sessions.
Right. But maybe they will. Like maybe eventually it'll get to the point where, you know, it could be about anything. Like everything I'm doing with talking in front of the camera on money and finance and home buying, it's just getting to the point where it's going to be like you can talk about anything to your people,
right?
You know, and you can be upfront and honest. So as far as the videos go, that's my conflict is always I'm a private person. How much do I want to show? Do I want to be on the phone all the time? I don't, right? I want to experience the experiences. I don't want to be recording them all the time, but I know I have to share the knowledge because it's like you said, it's very selfish just to hold on to it.
Yeah.
Right. So you got to figure out and I think the routine and the discipline of like, all right, I'm going to do this many videos for this time, my way, where I'm not getting lost in the pack of everyone who's doing videos in the mortgage industry or real estate industry. Because that's another thing. When everyone's doing something, I want to do the opposite by nature. Like I don't want to do what everyone else is doing, but to an extent, I have to play the game, just do it my way.
You always have to play the game and just. You guys said one thing I see is you have to set your bare minimum expectation of yourself based on your time and your schedule. Mm-hmm. Because way too many times I have a conversation with this person or you think yourself, they get all rah, like I'm gonna knock this out, I'm gonna start doing this every single week, and it's like, no, you're not.
Exactly, it's consistency. It's people trying to go to the gym or they're overweight. I'm gonna shout out my boy Joe on this because he's very like, and Izzy's like this too, all or nothing, right? So it's not like, in steps. I'm very like process oriented. I'm very like, let's ramp it up, not just like go.
Right.
These guys, I think Joe bought P90X, got a Peloton and like a meal prep on like a Sunday, and Monday he was just going. And look, it could work, but it's so much harder to sustain.
Yes.
Right? You gotta make it like.
It's not strategic.
And he knows, I told this to him, we've had a long conversation, so I'm not trying to play.
Joe, we love you, dude. It's all right, don't worry about it.
He's doing awesome. I think he just called me too. But like, it's just harder harder to maintain when you're doing it like.
It's easier to build up than it is to like go to the top.
Right, because you have to tweak as you go. Like you're doing all this and throwing all of this into your schedule with the wife and 2 kids and the job and whatever.
It gets hefty, man.
You gotta like start with a 10-minute Peloton ride. They'd be like, oh, I could do 20, I could do 30. Okay, let me throw P90X at night 3 times a week, not every day. Like I just think you have to figure it out.
You have to see what's your cadence.
Right.
Yeah.
And I like that cadence.
Cadence, bro. That's all it is, man. Yo, D.
Always.
Digging it. All right, so maybe, next month, 2 months from now, we do another video, we set it up.
Let's do it, yeah. Hopefully I have some other videos out by then.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to get you this little setup kit. We're going to get it together.
This is legit. I got a mic. This is legit. My man knows what he's doing. And I know he did it very cost effectively.
Of course. And I use points.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
That's what's up. Good video.